One of the most discussed topics in the classroom of the elite community is what year in the light novel is better. Year 1 or Year 2? If you were to ask, many would say Year 1 was better, but recently I have noticed more people steering towards Year 2. Of course, because Year 2 is not finished yet, we cannot come to a definite answer. But that does not mean we cannot have fun and discuss it. In this series of videos, I will be directly comparing every volume of both years against each other. For example, I will compare Year 1 Volume 1 to Year 2 Volume 1 and so on. Up until Volume 8, since that is the most recent Year 2 volume. One pair of volumes per video. And as more volumes release, I will continue this process. Not everyone is going to agree with this method, but I find this method the most fun and easiest to understand. Alright, let's start with both Volume 1s. This is pretty easy. I am going to be brutally honest. I find Year 1 Volume 1 pretty rough. Still good, but definitely lacking compared to many other volumes. Why? Well, for starters, it serves as an introduction volume to the world of Classroom of the Elite. Which means it spends the majority of the time introducing characters, the setting, the rules, and so on. These things are necessary, but they are not exactly the most exciting thing. However, my biggest issue comes with two assheads. Ike and Yamauchi. You see, these two characters are not exactly loved within the community. Dare I say they are the least liked characters. But in this volume, they get so much screen time saying the most virgin things. It is actually mind-boggling. Unfortunately, for me it drops the rating of the volume. Several of the characters we have come to grow to love are not even present yet, like Ryuan and Arisu. Instead, we get the unrelenting asswipe that is Sudo and honeymoon phase Kushida. That is until the later chapters. The big story points are Kushida and her infamous fingerprint threat. Class D trying not to look like complete idiots in the upcoming exams, and finally, the twist of the school money being tied to your performance. Oh yeah, and Manabu about to kick the ever-living shit out of Horikita. I am sure some of you got excited to see that. Jokes aside. As I stated earlier, not the most eventful and action-filled volume. And that is okay. However, when we compare it to Year 2 Volume 1, well, that's a different story. Where to even begin? The beauty of this volume is that we are introduced to many new first-year students. Among these students include some of my favorite characters in Ichika and Nanase. What's more is that the volume does a good job introducing them without eating up the screen time. In my opinion, these new characters breathed more life into the story. During Year 1, rather than the story feeling like an actual beefed-out school, it felt more like a one-year school. With Nagumo and Manabu sprinkled here and there. But now it feels like threats can come from any direction. It is simply just more exciting. Compared to Year 1 Volume 1, the dialogue feels more clean and characters that should get screen time do. Here, we start the ever-so-romantic journey of Kei and Kiyo's relationship. The White Room plot deepens with Kiyo having to be on the lookout as he is being hunted. Sato slapping Kei's ass. And a small exam regarding test scores. Again, since it is the first volume, not the most eventful and action-packed, but... oh wait. Yeah. Kiyo gets stabbed in the hand. But for real, the ending of this volume has proven to be one of the most iconic in the series with one of the best illustrations. I mean, just look at it. Maybe there was an argument to be had before this event, but after this, it is clear to me Year 2 Volume 1 is the superior one. Not to mention, Kiyo finally went all out in terms of scoring high in exams, which drew some attention from his classmates. All in all, this volume really started Year 2 strong. Of course, like I said before, Year 1 Volume 1 is not a bad volume. It does things that are absolutely necessary to the story. But if we are directly comparing the two, I am going to have to give this one to Year 2. Embarking on this long journey comparing both years, Year 2 takes the first victory. We still have a number of volumes to cover and we are just getting started. This is going to turn into a heated and bloody battle to answer the most discussed question in the classroom of the elite community. Which year is better? This is only part 1 and each part will be covering different volumes. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to see more.